PBS Sports, the worldwide leader in hot internet racing action, and NASCAR, the National Association for Stock Car Auto Racing, welcomes you live to the Rocky Mountains. We're here at the brand new $4.7 billion Denver Motorsports Park. It is the Coors Light 154, the fifth stop in the Winston Cup Series season. All right, welcome into the booth here. Just a great state-of-the-art booth here. Some lady just keeps bringing me water and stuff. It's great. My name's Andre the Giant. Let's check out the points here. The Owners Championship race, Bryce has a 14-point lead over CMR21. R.A. Kaiser starting to drop a little bit in those points. Jennifer K making a big jump. Donnie L making a big jump. And that's where we're at. Angel Olvera sneaky there. But, I mean, those numbers are getting big once you get into the 70s. But we're still only 4 races in. So you can't really, don't get your balls all jammed up right now. Looking at the individual cup standings now, Robin Hood for CMR21 in the points lead. Mary Lemieux, Dale Earnhardt on the back of these great finishes recently. He's up there. Walter Sawchek, P6. We neglected to mention that he has 2 straight top 10s, I believe. I think he does. And you see Gumby, sneaky Gumby there, P8. Take a look at Speedy Gonzalez, though, P16. You know, he started out this season kissing all the women in the victory lane, and now he's just going around, rubbing like furniture, trying to get a kick there. Russ Wheeler down there, P20, and then. We have Wayne Deadwilly, P31, 66 points. He started 50 points in the hole. So he'd actually be right now in P6, 16 points back. So that's why he started 50 points in the hole. But let's head down to the track and actually start this race. All right, the field. Heading on to the huge bat. This is like a 7-mile racetrack. A fictional track made by Action Pack Tracks, I think it's called. Anyway, Chuck Nolan on the pole. We'll talk about him. He's challenging Michael Scott. We'd have to go back and look at those the record there. Most pole positions, 40th place finishes consecutive. I got confused here. I wasn't ready. 11 through 20. Sally Ride, Grape Nuts, is on that card now. Good for her. She has a sponsor for the sign down for the rest of the season. 21 through 30. No name sticking out. Gumby. Let's keep an eye on Gumby this race. We'll keep an eye on Gumby this race. 31 through 40. A lot of big names here. After that, just that orgasmic finish at Charlotte. Miley Cyrus getting that win. But just don't expect any orgasms here. It's a different kind of track. It's slower. You'll see what I mean. Chuck Nolan leading the field through the Debbie Harry restart zone.
Green flag.
And we are underway. As I said, it's a $4.7 billion facility. Really state-of-the-art. But we have moderate damage.
3 wide. Hold your line.
No random caution.
Car inside.
And we'll just see what happens. Betty Rubble. I forgot to mention Betty Rubble. She has a new paint scheme this race. We got her out of the Cocoa Pebbles car just to shake off some of that bad luck she's had. She's in the Fruity Pebbles machine now.
Clear inside. Car inside. Clear inside.
It's hot, intense racing here early, like 8 wide on the front stretch.
Keep high. Keep high. Still there.
You gotta take it. You're going 200 miles an hour at the end of these straights. And you just gotta take her easy in the turns. Very dark clouds, at least in the live feed. And something weird, at least from the track, I haven't seen any actual mountains. This is Denver, so I figured they would throw some mountains in there. But I think they can't see the Rocky Mountains from Denver. I don't know. I think you can. I don't know. I just expected mountains. But still great action. Miley Cyrus, just a great performance. I mean, there's so many storylines that you just can't keep track of them. I mean, she almost had a win at Richmond, and then had trouble with Bob Ross. Made her have a happy little accident at North Wilkesboro, and then she came back with probably one of the most dominant cars in the history of the internet on that race, and got the big win over Walter Sobchak. Just hot. That's the kind of finish that you can expect with PBS Sports and the Winston Cup Series. Just all great. Just it's been a good start to the season, and let's hope this Denver Motorsports Park lives up to the hype. We have 80 laps here. Pit window's around 30 laps, I think.
Car outside.
Wayne Deadwilly back there said he totally forgot to practice pit road entry. And he doesn't know what the speed limit is. It's going to be a mess for him. But and then also we did not put the new commenter names on the cars. We're just keeping them as is. It's just too much work, brother. We'd have to redo all those graphics and shit. It's too much. PBS has a limited budget. Wayne Deadwilly just feeling out the track back there, not really racing or trying to make moves. Just trying to survive this, letting this field thin out, and probably just trying to make hay in the second run, in the third run. So that's it for me. Chuck Nolan, unbelievably, has the lead. Do you believe in miracles? He still has the lead. So we'll see if he can keep that up. Pretty sure we're past the wreck timer. So we'll send it to Wayne Deadwilly, making his way around this aquamarine walled track. There you go, Wayne.
Stay low.
Yep.
Clear.
Definitely trying to feel out this track, not hit the wall. I did some MIP work here. Hopefully I can show it.
Inside. Keep high.
Try to keep a lot of things true to what the track, the makers did with it. That's why I kept the walls blue, but I threw some of our Winston Cup signage on here, threw some graphics in the infield, and a couple of billboards. Yeah, hopefully there's not too much. It's always a wild card running a new track, even though I feel like I've put it through its paces reasonably. You still just don't know sometimes. Thanks for watching the videos. Thanks for all the participation in the comments, and that's the whole thing. It's how much fun. It's only as much fun as you put into it. And I know I'm not keeping score or keeping track, but I know there's some owners that haven't commented yet. We had decent, pretty good, really good actually, owner participation in that truck season last season. But I've noticed a couple of these owners haven't left comments yet, and that's fine. I mean, it's just, again, you could be like, who knows? Like, you could have so much other stuff going on, you're not worried about leaving comments here, but oh well. I will say,
Stay low.
whoever wins the owners championship and wins the money, you have like 4 days after the upload to claim it. And if you don't claim it, too bad. Like, I'm not gonna just hang around for like 5 years for you to come back and find the channel, you know. Man, we're hitting like 220 miles an hour into this turn.
Outside. Stay low.
Short track season coming up next. We'll have Nazareth and Bristol coming up. It's so dangerous. I hate that the AI goes underneath that line. I just don't like it.
Still there. Clear. Car outside. Still there. Keep low. Clear.
The last time we were in the Rockies was at Pikes Peak. That disaster of a setup, disaster of a race in our last season. Seems like this track is behaving so far. I enjoy it. It's just a change of pace, you know. I think eventually I'm just going to roll up my sleeves and learn how to make a track.
Still there. Still there. You're on the bottom. 3 wide. Car outside. Clear.
A lot of good documentation online. Mystical will be running their Armory Digital Super Speedway later this season. They have just tons and tons of resources on making tracks. So that's what a small, close-knit community that's still running a game from 20 years ago. Like, people want to help you out. I mean, after the hey, there's a search bar, use it. And once you use it, like, help me out, please. Oh, Miley Cyrus, come on, man, woman. Yeah, tell you what, I was at a 4th of July parade, and I was there like 45 minutes early, sitting down, getting ready for the big show, and somebody was playing music nearby or whatever, and whatever music's playing, and then, you know, it's like a patriotic playlist or whatever, and then that Miley Cyrus Party in the USA came on, like the entire street. It turned into like Carnival. Like, people just went nuts for that song. And that's when I was like, man, people love Miley. Like, I know that song. I know who Miley Cyrus is. I know Wrecking Ball. I think she has the best. Going forward, she's going to have the top-notch New Year's Eve program too. The last couple years, she started doing a New Year's Eve thing, and it's definitely going to be the hot thing to watch on New Year's Eve if it isn't already. Anyway, lap 14, we're probably halfway through this run. And once we get on this big backstretch, we're going to throw up a field snapshot.
Stay low. Keep low.
Good commentary so far, Wayne. Not.
Stay low.
John McClain in the lead. Chuck Nolan back there. It seems like there's probably some good racing going on up front. Joe Montana, we rarely call him out because he's an AC Racing driver, but he's up there. Speedy Gonzalez needs to right the ship. R.L. Stein, I'm going to pick R.L. Stein right now as the winner of this race. Harry Carey needs to carry his load, or shoulder his, what, I forget. Yeah. I forget. What's the saying? There's too much things going on. He has to. I'll think of it later. 11 through 20. Betty Rubble trying to not suck anymore. She's P17. Jerry Punch P15. Bob Ross trying not to suck after Charlotte. 21 through 30. Sally Ride in the Grape Nuts Machine. P22. I think she started. I forget. Whitney Houston. Muhammad Ali had a good finish at Charlotte. The Beatles. Pee Wee Herman. A lot of these cars going down. There's Gumby down there, P31. I think he started mid-20s. And Dale Earnhardt hasn't been able to. Well, he's right behind Wayne Dead Willie anyway. But he's back there in P38. You having fun, Wayne? It's a fun track, I think. Looks like it's fun. Looks like it's kind of challenging, trying to hold your car in the turns and not get into accidents and everything. But it's kind of it looks like you're having fun down there. It looks like it's kind of warm. I'm very comfortable up here in this booth. The lady keeps on bringing me water, and she touched my leg last time. Yeah, I mean, this is probably the best track I've ever been to. So that's it for me. We'll see what's going on here. We do have pit stops coming up around lap 30.
All right, thanks, Andre. Oh, this is nice. This is a nice little. I have to concentrate here in these turns. I got to make sure that they get a big run on me into the turns, and if I don't stay in my lane, I'm gonna get spun out. Whoa, 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 whoa! I didn't know Robin Hood was gonna come up that much. Harry Carey has to pull his own weight. That's what I was trying to say. That's what Andre was trying to say. I think that's what you were trying to say, Andre. He has to pull his own weight. What do you say? Carry his own load?
Inside. Clear. Car inside.
Stay tuned. First commercial break. We're going to have another Harry Ball's close shave of the race.
Clear. Car inside. Stay high. Keep high.
The narrator of those commercials is Skip.
Inside.
I don't know his last name yet, but
Inside.
he's a journalist, newspaper journalist from the 1920s.
Still there. Clear. Car inside. Clear inside. Car inside.
We'll see if we can add him to PBS's payroll in some fashion. All right, that was testy. That was for testy waters right there. Tires look good. 2/3 of the way through this run. John McClain still in the lead. Probably a lot of jockeying up there for the lead, if the racing back here is any indication. We got a slow car up on the wall. Somebody got out of the groove, and Bob Ross for Filski 24. We gotta think he might be trying to pit here. I'm gonna. It's just a gentlemanly move by me to let him on the inside, see in case he has to pit. But he doesn't.
Clear inside.
Took advantage of my generosity. I treat all these races different now that I know there's money on the line, even if it's just $15 or whatever it is. If I win the overall points, like I don't want to give away $100.
Car inside. Still there. Still there. Clear.
Yeah, and then somewhere, some point this season, a few things. One is I had to take new car pictures of Sally Ride and Betty Rubble for the starting grid, and then I realized, when the starting grid dissolves from one row to the next, the cars stay in the same exact spot, because I just cycled through all the cars on pit road, took a picture of each of them without changing the camera.
Car inside.
And that doesn't have the same feel as what it actually should look like, where each picture might be a little bit different, the angle, this, that, and the other. So that's inspired me to go through and take pictures of all the cars again, just to give it that extra, that little nuance, It's the little things like that PBS is known for. And if you're like me and you watch old NASCAR races from the 90s on YouTube, you know about all the raw satellite feed races
Clear inside. Car
that
inside.
don't have commercial breaks, but you can still hear
Stay high.
the television crew, broadcast crew talking during commercials and stuff. We're going to have one of those this season. It might be Bristol. It's just going to be the raw satellite feed. You can hear what we talk about in the booth during commercials.
Stay low. Clear outside. Outside. Keep low. Clear.
Wow, I said we were going to keep an eye on Gumby, and he's not doing too hot. Lap 26, I'm definitely going to stay to the top of the track now,
Inside.
with pit stops looming.
Clear.
Pit stops have begun. I think that's John McClane on pit road. Lap 26. So I guess lap 26 through 28. And I'm just going to play follow the leader here. It seems like this is going to be the lap where pit road is congested anyway. But I have to use them as a guide. I don't even know how the exit goes here. I don't know what lane, Yeah. Here we go. Trying to find somebody that's pitting. All right. Okay, that's not bad.
The leader's pitting now. Limit 60. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
Oh, this is a random pit road, too. Oh, shit. I'm glad I saw my stall. This is one of those pit roads that doesn't use the starting grid, like your starting position reversed. Like it just randomly puts you somewhere.
Go, go, go! Keep it under 60. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
God, I'm glad I saw that. All right, we're coming out with Muhammad Ali for now.
The leader's pitting now.
All right, there's Gumby.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
I was gonna kill any black flag I got there for, commitment line or something. As long as I just stay honest and not use it to cheat, I'm just gonna I'll just turn off the black flag.
Okay, merge when you can.
All right, I tell you what, I think I'm gonna be gaining some spots here.
Car inside.
Beetles are slow here.
Keep high.
They're like big
Clear
slow.
inside.
Oh, we got trouble. We got trouble in turns 1 and 2. Wayne and Andre. John McClane up in the wall, or this car's blowing up. Wayne, be careful out there, Wayne.
Inside.
John McClane's up on the
Keep
wall.
high.
Look out, Wayne, he's coming.
We got a smoker here. Who is it?
You gotta blow
John
hard.
McClane. I just avoided that.
Close call, Wayne. Close call.
Miley Cyrus on my case now. Disaster averted. John McClane. Wow.
Car inside. You're up.
Benny
top.
Rubble with
Three
that
wide.
hot
Inside.
fire red car. I love it.
Clear inside.
Wow, Felski, man. Tough break. Felski, the owner of John McClane and Bob Ross. Not a good little stretch of races recently. I'm going to try to draft with the Beatles here to catch up with this next group. That's my strategy. I'm sticking to it.
A lot of hot, exciting action out on the track.
Damn, Wayne, I just saw the replay. Man, that was a close call with John McClane. Good racing there. Check out who's in the lead right now. The three amigos. It's a sweater. Joe Montana, that's two AC Racing drivers up there. Russ Wheeler, R.L. Stein is Wayne Deadwilly's pick to win this race. He is P5. And then P6, Jules Winfield. He was running top 10 at Charlotte. Good run for him, even though he didn't finish top 10 at Charlotte. Bart Simpson in P8. And then two of the longest names in the field, Reese Witherspoon and William Shakespeare, running 9 and 10 with 50 laps to go here at Denver Motorsports Park on PBS Sports.
Harry Balls presents the closest shave of the race, Manscaped. A lot of lead changes last week at Charlotte. Everybody was making moves. Bret Hart, Sally Ride, Miley Cyrus. But towards the end of the race, Walter Sobchak tried to make a power move on Miley Cyrus. Miley Cyrus said no, and she beats him to the line by a hair. And that was the closest shave of the race by Harry Balls Manscaped.
All right, we're back here on PBS Sports, the running of the Coors Light 154 at Denver Motorsports Park. The three amigos and R.L. Stein battling for the lead out there. Hey, Wayne, what do you think about the Beatles? You've been following the Beatles this entire commercial break. What's your opinion on the Beatles? Me personally, I think they're a solid band. And they're just a pop culture phenomenon back in the 60s. But it makes you think about, the first to do something. Are they considered great forever? Or they're just considered great because they were the first to do something? You know what I'm saying? Like Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix had a unique style of playing guitar. Is he considered one of the greatest guitarists ever, or was his just style so unique and different that people hold him to in a higher regard than possibly better guitarist? I'm not saying I think Jimi Hendrix is a great guitarist, Wayne, but it makes you just think about other things, like Nirvana in the early 90s, the first real grunge fucking band from Seattle and everything. Are they... Because they were the first band to hit the mainstream of that genre, does that mean they're the best, or just because they broke the mold and then they're held in high regard? I don't know, but my point is, I don't think the Beatles fall into that category. I think they just have a solid catalog of music. That's all I got. Shame about John Lennon getting shot.
Yeah, I agree with everything there, pretty much, Andre. Really don't have time to get into all of that right now. If PBS is on the ball, they showed the standings coming back from commercial. And I can't. There's nothing I can do here. Because you have to kind of role play with this stuff. Like, you can't just arcade drive. If you arcade dive into corners all the time, then yeah, I could probably be in like 5th place right now. But no, I'm waiting for a perfect time to pass the Beatles. Basically just drafting them to catch this group slowly but surely. Who in this next group is Dale Earnhardt for Jennifer. All these cars are exactly the same. I don't think I think I've mentioned that maybe once this season. And just all the cars are exactly the same at what I consider near my ceiling of talent. That I've been able just to customize and hone the game into how, customize it around how I race. And how good I am or not good I am, All right, there's no reason to race with Benedict Arnold here. So if he makes another kind of power move, I'm just gonna let him go. Tell you what's a funny watch. Not funny, I don't know. The Beatles in Shea Stadium. Just because their managers and their marketing or whatever, they were so obsessed with making sure the Beatles sounded as good as possible that it's rare to find the actual audio from that Shea Stadium, that first Shea Stadium concert, because they couldn't hear themselves over everyone screaming. They could not hear, you can find clips of it, just how bad they sound and how just out of rhythm they are, because they can't hear them. They could not hear themselves. But most of the clips that you see have just they've used some of their singing from other shows and spliced it in there to make it sound better. That's why some of that footage just looks a little bit off. That's why. But the cool thing with the recent surge in AI shit, the last, 5-6 years, or probably earlier than that, but people have been able to remaster and update and colorize all these, there's some Beatles concert in Germany from 1964 that's colorized, and they use AI to, make it almost look like HD, and it's just unbelievable. But my theory has always been with music, and it's just like your taste in other human beings, like what you like in a woman or a guy or whatever is going on. Like, everybody looks for something different. Same thing with music. It's just like I'm never gonna say Beatles are the best band ever. I'm just gonna say, hey, I like the Beatles music. Suck it. I'm not gonna debate you about it. You'll never hear me say XYZ is the best band ever. All right, lap 51 was I maybe picked up 0.3 of a second on this next group of cars. And we have pit stops. See, I'm barely able to get up to them and even bump them. That's why trying to make a pass is shitty, But here I am. Now I actually was able to make a move now.
Stay low.
Right near the end of the run, so I tuned in this track
Stay low.
as far as the AI wear and everything. I've tuned it in pretty well. That right near the end of the run, I'm able to get a good jump on them because I've managed my tires extremely well, just following the Beatles. I'll be seeing that Beatles car in my sleep, brother. I just stared at that for like 15 minutes. We go on the second round of stops. Not this first little spurt. No, we're going in next time because we did what, 27? No, 54. We would go in 54. Right. Beatles are holding up Benedict Arnold back there, I think. I got really close to that wall there. Oh, here's the Grape Nuts machine. Get a good look at the Grape Nuts car. Meant to put a white background on there, but I didn't want to mess up the actual space shuttle, design with other white. I don't know. I don't think it matters. So, I thought Chuck Nolan was pitting, so did Sally Ride. But I'm pitting here, lap 27 and then lap 54. I don't care what they're doing. Oh shit, look at this window though. 27 to go. We're going to have splash and go action. Hot splash and go action.
Clear.
Poor Chuck Nolan. He's not going to finish 40th because John McClane has already claimed that with a piston issue before the commercial break. All right.
Car outside.
Cars are behaving funny.
Clear outside.
Where am I at? 60 miles an hour?
Limit 60. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds.
Oh, I got down perfect. They better not ding me on that because I was right on that cone. That was perfect. All right, 26 to go. We've had 24 lap windows here, or 26. Oh shit, we're gonna be right on this window. Yeah, I'm gonna be able to stay out. I don't care.
Go, go, go! Limit 60. Keep it under 4,000 in seconds. Watch that speed now.
Plus, I drafted with the Beetle. Well, it doesn't matter because I just filled up. But if I can draft with somebody this run, then I can use that as an excuse to be allowed to stay out. Who's this black car in front of me? I'm watching my speed. I don't care.
Okay, you're clear of pit lane.
Oh, we got trouble. We got trouble going into the pits, guys.
There's an accident entering the
Betty Roberts split out. Whitney Houston trying to get on, trying to get back down on the pit road like a grasshopper trying to get into the meadows.
That has to be a pit road entry
Okay, merge when you can.
racing deal. Who is this car? Dr. Jerry Punch. Okay.
The leader's pitting now.
Smoke billowing at the pit road, at the entry to pit road. We'll try to get a report from Andre on the next field snapshot. All right, there's Chuck Nolan. I was driving with him. There's the Beatles. So yeah, we didn't get a big jump on everybody here. Benedict Arnold, we were racing with them.
Car inside. Clear inside. Outside.
You know what? No, I'm staying up top. We got a bunch of cars merging. I do not want to get stuck down there. We're just going to stay high. Whitney Houston on the pit exit road. There's Sally Ride. Dale Earnhardt coming up the track here. hey man, I'm a big Dale Earnhardt fan. It's just nice seeing him running good on this video game. Oh, traffic jam here. I'm going to take advantage of it. Harry Ball's going up top on Paul Revere.
Keep low. Clear. Car inside. Still there. Keep high.
I'm kind of screwed right now.
Clear. Car inside. Keep high. Still there. Clear.
Son of a bitch. Whitney Houston is a lap down. That's probably going to be her. She was probably involved in that pit road entry bullshit. What a voice. I know I was just saying, hey, somebody, I'm not going to say somebody's the best band ever, but there's just objective facts. And Whitney Houston's voice, it was just unbelievable. But then also, that's something to think about too, that not just, the pioneer, the first person to do something, then they're considered the best ever. Like even Pink Floyd, psychedelic rock, they were one of the first to really be good at it. Does that mean they're the best ever? I don't know. But Whitney Houston, I was gonna say, like her untimely early death, does that affect someone's legacy? Yeah, hell yeah, it does. But I mean, that voice is just unbelievable.
Inside. Clear.
Anyway, she is a lap down. And we probably just had Andre hasn't been that busy this race because we had that one snapshot, then we went to commercial. He came back from commercial break, but relying on the replay standings is digging into Andre's airtime a little bit. Hence why he leads the broadcast now.
Inside. Keep high. Clear inside.
Then you got to worry about that Skip Magoo or whatever. I don't know what I'm going to call him yet.
Clear.
But that fast-talking Harry Balls guy, he might take some of Andre's thunder. Steal some of his thunder. Anyway, Three Amigos still in the lead.
You're now in the top 20.
Jules Winfield P2. R.L. Stein just been hanging out P5 all race long. Speedy Gonzalez hanging out in the top 10. I'm not really seeing anything crazy. Me, I've come from the back of the pack and I'm sitting here in P20. Let's not wreck. Let's gain some spots here. Start middle of the pack at a short track and hope for the best. We're coming up on a gaggle of cars. I think it's going to be Steve Irwin. We haven't really called out Steve Irwin's name recently. I tell you what, I remember watching a documentary, or just, I forget what it was, but in the 90s, like peak, 90s, early 2000s, peak NASCAR, whenever these companies were getting into the sport and throwing money to sponsor the cars and everything and all that, just peak ratings and everything, the marketing people, they would actually sit there and watch these races with a stopwatch on TV and see how much bang for their buck they were getting. Like how much screen time their name was getting on a car. and to see if it was worth doing the sponsorships. Like, that was, I mean, that's okay. It makes sense to do that. I don't know. Yeah, it does. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, Crocs, would they be happy with our broadcast this season if we haven't shown Steve Irwin that much?
Still there.
I don't know.
Clear. Keep it up, keep it up, keep digging.
And Steve Irwin too. What a just a solid human being.
Stay high.
Fucking unbelievable what happened, but believable. I mean, he's, you know, that was his life. Just tragic. Oh, look at this slow line of cars. I can gain some spots here. Bap. I mean, and Steve Irwin is. I was talking to somebody recently about, like, or I asked somebody, like, name somebody that's just like universally loved, because I was like thinking of cars that I could put in, and one of the people they said was Steve Irwin. Like, who would hate Steve Irwin? Like, there's no political nonsense. He's an advocate for animals. He's funny. Like, he's just a overall liked human being. That, why would anybody not like him? Okay, I'm going to put him in my YouTube season. Anyway, Gumby is 23:49 at the line. We're going to let him cross the start-finish line and then throw up a field snapshot, because if you ever see the intervals X'd out in the snapshot, that's because not everyone was on the same lap, like the same loop lap. And then there we go. We got it. Hang on.
Clear inside.
What the hell are you on about? You know there's a race going on, Wayne.
Car inside.
Jesus. Anyway, Three Amigos still in the lead. Jules Winfield right on him, though. 800ths of a second back at the time of this snapshot. We'll see what's going on there. R.L. Stein still P5. You've been talking about him a bunch when you haven't been talking about nonsense. There's your boy Steve Irwin. I don't know if you want to take his pants off or something here. He's P17. Bob Ross P20. He came back after that initial whatever happened there. Dale Earnhardt hasn't dropped too far after Wayne Deadwell. He passed him. He's P22. Sally Ride P23. Dr. Jerry Punch P26. Walter Sobchak's not going to get that another top 10 here. He's P30. Miley Cyrus hasn't been able to get out of the bottom 10. Lemieux, Hart, a lot of these names that were started at the front or finished at the front at Charlotte, started at the back here, haven't been able to make moves, save for a couple. And you mentioned Gumby. You wanted to watch Gumby this race. Well, he sucks. He's back in P38. But yeah, you were right. You're 100% right though about the snapshots. That if there aren't intervals, that's because the replay, not all the AI cars were on the same quote-unquote lap. Some had passed the start-finish line at the time of the snapshot, and then all the other cars are shown a lap down. Just a quirk in the replay program that sometimes is an oversight, and if we were going for the gold, we could go back into the replay and find all the intervals, but no, we'll usually just put who's a lap down and just move on. That's what PBS Sports does. Where we are the top, one of the top broadcasters in the United States of internet racing, and it shows. I mean, we're top notch, and I'm just really comfortable. Again, I'm just really comfortable up here in this booth. The lady just brought me a hot pocket, and I'm gonna see if she wants to go out later and do something. But yeah, listen to me. I'll yell at you about talking nonsense, and not the most exciting race, especially after Charlotte. But it's a nice little change of pace. We're having fun. You having fun? I'm having fun. Anyway, back to you.
Clear.
All right, thanks, Andre. Yeah, it sounds like you're having fun up there. The booth looks spectacular from the track. You did forget to talk about the Whitney Houston wreck that you saw. Betty Rubble with her fire red car taking out Whitney Houston. But hey, it's I mentioned it a few times. It's just a change pace racetrack. You go from the hot banks of Charlotte to just a big sweeping technical kind of dry racing, you know. But these are the races you have to perform well every race if you want to win the Winston Cup, especially for me, saving $15. And with 9 to go, 3 Amigos are still in the lead. That's my teammate, and I'm watching them in first, and I want them to win, but then I also want that to matter, so I think I'm going to change that prize structure a little bit, where like $3 is knocked off for every AC Racing win. Just something small, but just something for me to root for. So that's it. 3 Amigos can save me $3 with a win here. That's the new rule.
Car inside. Clear inside.
Oh, we got trouble near the Deputy Harry restart zone, fellas. Dale Earnhardt Jr. blew, or Dale Earnhardt Sr. blew right front tire. He looks like he's up into the wall, fellas. Oh, he's struggling like the Wright brothers on their first flight down in Kitty Hawk, North Carolina.
Car outside.
Looks like he's going to find his way back to pit road.
Stay low.
We're still on the green. No caution.
Still there. Clear outside. Car outside. Stay low.
He's fighting back like a bastard.
Clear.
I wonder what that racing looks like up there that Jules Winfield just cannot get around the 3 Amigos.
Car outside. Keep low. Keep low. Keep low.
We do have to worry about pit stops here. If the AI can't make it on fuel, they're going to have to pit again. There might be 1 or 2. There's no way. We got somebody on pit road right now. Oh. Dale Earnhardt. I didn't gain a spot on that. He was behind me. But no, that's good. I mean, there's Jennifer Kay right here with George Costanza in front of me. But yeah, I mean, I don't want Dale Earnhardt to
Car outside.
do good. I need AC Racing to finish in the top whatever in points. I don't want to wreck here. I got to calm down.
Clear outside.
Everything might not be lost with Dale. Maybe everybody else,
Just 5 more to
maybe
go.
I don't know. Maybe everyone else is going to be pitting here too. But let's not feel too bad about Dale Earnhardt. He's been hot these last couple races and finally comes down to earth.
Clear. Outside. Still there. Still there.
Tell you what, this might be the first time I've seen the 3 Amigos on the track from my cockpit since the Daytona 500. I can't recall seeing them and driving behind the Avocados from Mexico Ford. Jules Winfield just has not Golden Girls. Are we ready to talk about the Golden Girls this season? Just seems like they're always up there in the top 10, man. Then it seems like they might. I don't know. Let's just keep an eye on them. Real sneaky. That's Mako Sato, teammates with the Crocodile Hunter, Steve Irwin. So their team getting plenty of airtime today. The Armory Digital racetrack we'll go to. It's more of a restrictor plate track, but it's like a Pocono. It's just like, you'll see what I mean. It'll be fun. But it's genuine 3-wide racing with plenty of room. I gotta let Bart Simpson go and not get into Speedy Gonzalez here.
Inside. You're up top, 3 wide, car inside. Stay high.
Not get into the wall. There we go.
Clear inside. Just 2 to go. Inside.
I gotta get around Bart Simpson here. Not hit the wall. Let's not throw away a race here. Racing for one spot.
Keep high. Clear.
Looks like we're not gonna have any weird pitters. That's good. Earnhardt just had an issue, but Jennifer, I don't know how familiar you are
One more lap to go.
with our point system. If you're gonna have a bad finish,
Outside.
you want it to be when you start in the back.
Clear outside.
You don't want 2 straight bad finishes, basically. If you're gonna have an issue, that's when you want it to happen, when you start in the bottom 10. So that's just a sneaky little fact about our point system. I'm gonna go for it here, see if I can
Car outside.
at least gain a spot
Still there.
on Speedy Gonzalez, and I will.
Stay low.
3 Amigos got the win. It's a sweater.
It's over. It's a sweater. Okay, that's it. We'll get him next.
But good race. This was fun. I mean, it's definitely had some things to talk about this race. It just wasn't as intense. Just more time, more room to breathe, basically. All right, fun little race. Let's check out the final results. The 3 Amigos get the win, as we talked about there at the end of the race. Carmen Sandiego, 2 straight top 10s there for B Spinney. And then Robin Hood, he's going to be back in the point. I think he was in the points lead. He's going to be for sure in the points lead now. 2 straight top 10s for CMR21. We'll keep an eye on him. Then we got over on the right, 11 through 20. Wayne Dead Willie finished P15. Good for him. Speedy Gonzalez had a big drop. Bob Ross had a drop. We saw him drop early, but then he rebounded. He's been all over the place recently. Muhammad Ali, a big jump. Now take a look at Harry Balls. I know it's funny talking about him, but he's in the same kind of area that John Denver was in our previous season, where he was always running mid-pack and just, nobody was thinking about him. And then that consistency pays off in the long run. So we'll see what goes on with Harry Balls. Page 2 of the results. Benedict Arnold had a big jump. Sally Ride a big drop in her first race in the Grape Nuts car. Chuck Nolan, big drop after a pole position. But nothing crazy. Nothing crazy here. Walter White and Betty Rubble, huge drops. Betty Rubble got into it with Whitney Houston, as Skip Ripley informed us of that. And Skip Ripley also showed us the Dale Earnhardt thing. That was ridiculous. I can't remember the last time I saw in NR2003 a car blow their right front tire and go into the wall like they should, And I think it's just the high speeds that we're running at this track. So that was pretty cool to see. Skip Ripley was on top of that, and then he was on top of John McClane, which will undoubtedly be the Harry Balls closest shave of the race. Finally, the bonuses here. 3 Amigos led the most laps. John McClane led a bunch. Nolan, Montana, Bart Simpson over there. And then over on the right, George Costanza, Steve Irwin, and Sally Ride got the fastest laps of this race. And I was up there too. And this is my first time running this track. And you can see I turned in my fastest lap toward the end of the race. So I'm definitely going to made a note to turn this difficulty up the next time we're here, and I think we will be here. I mean, it's a nice change of pace, and it's a nice, clean running, fictional track, and I love. I like putting stuff that people in the community have made out there, and I think we'll run here again. And that does it from Denver Motorsports Park. Up next, we have Nazareth and Bristol. We have a little bit of a short track season, hot action going, and then we got Sonoma and Talladega. We'll take a look at the points and officially welcome Skip Ripley into the PBS broadcast staff group. He is a reporter from the 1920s that just fell into covering NASCAR in 2023, so we'll see if he can keep up with the fast pace. But that's it for everyone. For Skip Ripley, Andre the Giant, this is Wayne Dead Willie signing off. We'll see you next week at Nazareth.